up, guys? It's OpTic Jewel, and a lot of people have been asking me how I got into OpTic and just how I got known and everything, where I started. So this is pretty much a commentary, just letting you guys know how I got into gaming and where it took me, and how it wasn't really easy, but it wasn't as difficult as it can be for a lot of other players due to the fact that I am a female. So, to start, I started playing RuneScape. That's what really got me into gaming. I started at like 9 years old, and that's where the name MegMeg9 came from. And if you notice, my YouTube name is MegMeg9RS, and that is why I made my YouTube. I made it for RuneScape videos, actually. I deleted the videos, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, that's why my YouTube's kind of older, but it wasn't originally for COD, it was for RuneScape. So I basically just made RuneScape videos. They were really bad. They were really stupid. They were not funny at all. But then, I was kind of into Halo 2 at the time, but me and my friend usually just got on it to troll people, being a typical girl that plays a game. I was a girl gamer, haha, yeah, that's how I was, not gonna lie. I was like, I'm a girl, but I suck really bad at Halo. That's pretty much how I acted. But I mean, I liked the game, but I wasn't serious about it. I was pretty much one of the girls that I hate right now. Like, the thing I dislike that girls do. But yeah, I got out of that phase. I was like 13 at the time. So yeah, my ex-boyfriend my boyfriend during that time was convincing me to play Call of Duty. So I was like, fine, I'll try COD, and I hated it. I played Wasteland, like Team Deathmatch, for the first ever game that I ever played, and I was so mad. I was just bitching the whole time, and I was just so angry. And at this time, I'm like 14. So, I was like, I'm not playing that again. So then my friend Nick introduced me to COD again. He was like, you know what, just try Search and Destroy, you'll like it. So I played it with all my little friends from school, and I actually really got addicted. I would get on every day after school and just play with all my friends from school, and it was really fun. I started to get really serious about it, though. And then came a time when at school they were like, okay, we're going to do this whole quickscope match. Like, they divided up, like, people who played COD, like, we were in 8th grade at the time, and, like, they divided teams up, and, like, there was one girl that was going to play for, like, Nick and everyone's team, and then I was going to play on my ex-boyfriend's team during that time, because it was, like, a girl on each team. And, like, during the whole thing, I'm like, this is so stupid. I hate quickscoping. I suck. We got owned. I just kept bitching about how much I hate quickscoping. And then my friend, or my friend at the time, or now, but boyfriend at the time, he was like, no, you can get an OpTic, you should try and get an OpTic. I'm like, what is OpTic? OpTic is stupid. Whoever quickscopes is so stupid. I was just so angry with sniping that I did not want to do it. So then, I started to progress in the game. I got addicted, and all my friends, they quit. A lot of my friends in real life, they quit. They got bored of it. It was just kind of a phase for them, but I got hooked, and I would always be like, oh yeah, I got fall camo, and they'd be like, we don't even play that game anymore, but I'm sure you boosted. Like, they would joke around because at the time I sucked. They would just give me a javelin and tell me to go shoot down everything. They were like, just put a javelin on, and whenever there's something in the sky, you get rid of them. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. No. That's exactly what I did. But then I started to get good. The only weapon that I ever used was an ACR with an ACOG. I was interesting. And I got fall for that for the first time, and I was all excited. But yeah, so once they quit, I met my friends, Colin, Weston, Trenton, Frosty, or Matt, 4-Point, or Jimmy, and Magic. And they would always mess with me, make fun of me, but they're really the ones that taught me how to quickscope. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them, pretty much. So yeah, they taught me how to quickscope, and I got good, and I joined this team called APOC. My name was APOC X Goddess X. And that's when I met Negrito and Crypto. And I kind of lost touch with Crypto, but he'll always be my friend. But I remember during that time, I had told them both we were on Crash. I remember we were trick-shotting, We were trick-shotting or whatever. Not, the trick shots to this day, but this was when I was 14. This is 2 years ago. About to be 2 years ago. And I was like, I want to make it an OpTic one day. That's my goal. I'm going to make it an OpTic no matter what it takes. I'm going to get there. And I remember exactly the time when I said that. And so then I started to get more serious about quickscoping. I don't know if you guys know what competitive sniping is, but that's what I would always do. I started off, I joined X-Gen Girls, and then I got kicked from it by X-Gen V-Stain, and for a long time I didn't like her, but she's okay now. We're cool. And then I joined Fame with my friend April, and we beat X-Gen or whatever, and then I joined Abnormal, and then I joined Exile. And then I met OpTic Queen and M48 Rider. She wasn't M48 Rider at the time, but she is now. Or she's not an M40 anymore, but that's pretty much her gamer tag. So they helped me a ton. I became really, really close with them. They became like my best friends, you know. I talked to them every day, nonstop, all the time. And Queen decided that she was going to leave OpTic and create Design Girls. And I have videos on Design Girls. It was so bad, but I thought it was good. It's funny. And, you know, she really helped me with, like, YouTube and stuff. She helped me get recognized by Midnight. I would always play with Midnight Mobby, you know. Midnight didn't really acknowledge me. I was really quiet. I didn't really want to talk because I was scared around known people. So, yeah, but then Midnight started to, like, talk to me, and I began to know them, and I wouldn't have known them if it wasn't for OpTic Queen. So, yeah. And during that time, I was like a huge fangirl of OpTic Predator, and I actually had a dream about him. And M43 Rider recorded it, and she recorded my reaction and everything to it, and I'll link those in the description if you want to watch it. But because of that video, because of her recording, me dreaming about OpTic Predator and talking about it, I was recognized by OpTic Predator. So, you know, Predator noticed I'm a huge fangirl. He added me. And, you know, for a long time we didn't play. I remember I was a little sad, like, because for some reason. And then he sent me a random friend request, and I freaked out. I, like, got all happy, and I invited Agrita to a private chat, and yeah. But, so, you know, I'm a normal person. I know a lot of people, you know, they freak out when they meet me, and it just makes me smile and laugh because, like, I was there. And it's just cool because I'm here now, and people are doing it to me. But, yeah. Anyways, after some time progressed, I got into M40. Well, no, before that, Predator, the first time I ever played with Predator, he invited me to, he was live streaming, and I wrote in his live stream, I said, I fucking love OpTic Predator, in like all caps. And I guess he saw it. So he invited me to his game, his free-for-all. This is a public match. And I beat him by 1 kill. And this was on live stream, and that's when he noticed, you know, this girl's good. Like, she's decent. And that's when I started to play with him and everything. And then I met, well, I knew them for a while, but Six Winner helped me big time. He got me in M40, which helped me get, like, recognized by a lot. You know, he tried really hard to get me in M40. And I love all these people so much for what they've done for me. But, so yeah, he got me into M40, and Cables helped me out a lot too. And that's when Midnight started to recognize me, and she started promoting the hell out of my channel. And if it wasn't for Midnight, you know, I wouldn't have gotten so much recognition as well. So, you know, she really helped me. Like, she did so much for me. So then I, you know, would play with all the OpTic members at the time. You know, Raiden and Folsom and Predator and Apostle. We would all play together. They became really close friends with me. And we got really close, and then Predator was like, you know, I want to try and get you an OpTic. I remember exactly what it was. We were playing Favela. Pretty sure it was Headquarters. He invited me to a private chat and was like, I want to try and get you an OpTic. So then it was maybe a month or so. Time went by, you know, he didn't really mention it too much, but I wasn't going to be, like, annoying about it. Like, what about OpTic? I didn't really say much about it. But he then, you know, it was, I believe it was Underpass. He said to Six Winner and I'm going to talk to Hex, and I'm going to get you an opportunity to join OpTic. And Hex told Predator that I should put time in my clan tag and make 5 datages in 5 days, making a datage every day. And if they're good, that he'll let me an OpTic. And that's where the 5 datages, like, if you watch them, I was really, really, really motivated. I really wanted this. This was my goal. And it took me from, I think, October to June 20th, I joined OpTic. And, yeah. It's a lot. of work. For a lot of people, they think it was completely easy for me, but I was all over the place. I tried. I really did. If it were that easy for girls, there'd be a lot more known girls. So you have to look at it like that for people who think, oh, she's just known because she's a girl. But I did work for it. But I really, really, really am thankful to everyone that helped me. All those people that I mentioned, they did so much for me. Negrito always helped me out, gave me really good advice for trying to get known. And yeah, my goal was to get known. It was never for money. It was never for any of that. I just really wanted to get known. And I'm really, really happy that it worked out for me. And I really hope that it works out for a lot of other people, because I know that a lot of people have the same goal that I did, and it's really cool that I got to achieve it. And I really hope that anyone else who has the same goal gets to achieve it. And really what it takes is just trying. You have to be motivated and try your hardest, because that's how setting a goal is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this commentary and see where I came from and everything. Thanks for everything that you guys have done for me, because if it weren't for any of you, I wouldn't be here. And I'm really so happy to be here. I really am. I'm so thankful. I truly am. And thank you to all the people that helped me out getting me here. I love you guys so much. Bye.